There we go. Hello everybody, how you doing? Welcome. Wait. There we go. How you guys doing? Welcome to Bitcoin Daily. 9 a.m. to NP time on the dollar. Sometimes 9 a.m. Sometimes Monday, sometimes Friday, sometimes Saturday, Sunday. Sometimes here, sometimes there. We got a coffee ready, you know, about to pump. You know, is this the move that's gonna happen? So we're gonna look at a little bit, you know, what's been happening on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still a little bit boring. Everything is a little bit boring. I did see some coins do nice pumps yesterday. Right now, everything is in green. Bitcoin dominance is a little bit going down here again. Ethereum, Bitcoin up here, tried again to go a little bit towards upside, but mostly it's been going down. We're gonna try to see whether this trend over here is gonna get broken very, very soon or not towards upside. So if Ethereum, Bitcoin want to go, you know, it needs to break this towards upside. We also gonna look at a little bit, you know, what's happening with Ethereum, and we're gonna look at what's happening with Bitcoin right now. Is the pump about to happen? So there is that's what we're gonna talk about, basically, give or take. Beauty, what's up? How you doing, man? Iced coffee, hello. How you doing, man? There we go. Only 10 people in the chat watching the stream. Only 10 people are gonna make it, guys. Only 10 people are gonna make it in this crypto space because they're watching my, you know, YouTube channel. That said, there has been I don't think, you know, there has been any significant development over here on the chart on the 4-hour time frame. This move towards downside that we talked about yesterday did happen. Right now we're hitting this midline over here. Are we gonna bounce from the midline? That is the big question. So let's see what's actually happening. If you go over here to the daily time frame on Bitcoin, we are still in the bigger channel towards downside. Nothing has actually changed. We haven't broken towards downside up from the midline or anything like that. We haven't gotten back inside this liquidity zone over here, the blue box. We haven't broken down below the channels or anything like that. But we haven't actually gone towards upside. Now we have been going down for us, you know, 3 days straight down. But what you're gonna see over here, and this makes me a little bit bullish. You'll see this midline over here that goes very, very nicely. Now this dump from the top to the bottom was very heavy dump over here, and if you remember, Bitcoin dominance exploded towards upside during that dump, and then we started, you know, zigzagging up here towards downside exhaustion pattern, pumped up to the resistance, went to the midline up here, dumped right back down again, and right now we're going to the midline again. So I'm thinking if the midline loses over here, we might see a little bit bigger dump down all the way down to 52k. But I'm not really on the bandwagon when it comes to, you know, breaking the midline over here towards downside, because it kind of looks a little bit bullish. Gotta tell you that. If you look at the moving average up here, we did break below the moving averages over here. Right now consolidating, but I'm still expecting, you know, this move towards upside out of the midline over here, or this, you know, blue box up here towards upside. So we are very, very close to that. If you go to the weekly time frame up here and pop the moving averages over here, you'll see that during this actually this consolidation part over here towards downside, the volume has been decreasing steadily towards downside up here. So we don't have any kind of increase in volume during this consolidation phase, which is actually very, very good. And right now tells us that, you know, there might be, you know, some kind of end to this madness. Another thing up here on the weekly time frame, let's find another chart that's actually clean. Let's use this chart over here, and we're just gonna remove everything over here. Not everything, but, you know, we're gonna remove all the lines. What you're gonna see on the chart over here on the weekly time frame is that this last week we had this big wick candle all the way down to the 20 moving average, pullback, failed to get it back above the resistance level over here. That's around 67k levels. Right now getting rejected by this 10 moving average, and right now pulling back towards downside. We still got 3 days and 17 hours left, but I'm a little bit undecisive whether this green red candle is just gonna, you know, go all the way down below the, you know, 20 moving average. Are we gonna retest the 20 moving average and bounce? Because right now I don't see any kind of, you know, hit on the resistance level over here. If you see up here, that's the major resistance level when it comes to Bitcoin. It's not actually 10 moving average, it's actually over here, this previous bottom up here. That's right now at something at 67.2, and you can see that, you know, beside these two moves, you know, this pullback towards upside did not retest this move up here. So the way I'm seeing this up here, that this might be a pullback just before we actually try either to retest this level over here or break towards upside. But the fact that we are not even retesting the level up here, pulling back, might be seeming a little bit bearish, but we are already been dumping down for a very, very long time. So this can, you know, very easily just become another wick on the downside, and we just might pull back towards the upside. So not getting any kind of, you know, indication of how this is gonna play out right now, because, you know, it's still a long time left. Still got 3 days and 17 hours left for this candle to play out. But it's gonna be interesting to see whether this actually comes all the way up to the top to something like 67, and if you do that, you know, we might even break the resistance level towards upside. So that might be good. Let's go back to the daily time frame in this chart over here. So right now that we are pulling back into this midline over here, you'll see that midline up here has been, you know, magnificently holding very, very nicely. And right now we are coming into that midline over here on the pullback. I think there is a very good chance for a bounce from these levels. You'll see on Ethereum is doing a little bit I won't say better, but it's still going in some kind of channel. I think this is the best kind of channel that I actually managed to make on Ethereum. And Ethereum is still also channeling towards downside. But what you're going to see very clearly on Ethereum over here is that if you go to the weekly time frame, look at the volume, you'll see that volume has been actually dropping, you know, substantially towards the downside over here in this move over here. Now, you know, volume dropping after this big move towards downside over here is actually very, very good. Not only that, we have right now very, very low volume, so some kind of move needs to happen, either a break towards downside over here or some kind of, you know, pump. And I'm more on the pump side over here than towards downside because of the, you know, decreasing volume towards downside. Yes, there have been a lot of dumps over here and over here, but you can see every single time we have a dump, and right now we have this dump as well, the volume is steadily increasing. There is no more selling. Like, everybody who wanted to sell sold, everybody who wanted to buy already is buying, or, you know, is still buying. Some move is going to happen very, very soon. A little bit unsure when, but we are already, like I said, on Bitcoin on the midline, on that midline that actually might bounce us towards upsides. So the way I'm seeing this chart right now, or these charts right now, is that, you know, the move is going to happen soon. I think sooner than later. It's getting very, very close. It's getting very, very close. We can also go to the 4-hourly over here, and you'll see that this move towards downside, I think it goes something over here, give or take, something like that. This latest channel towards downside up here, it is kind of getting ready to bounce towards upside. I haven't actually looked at the indicators down here. Over here, it looks like this latest part over here is getting broken towards the upside, which is actually good. Momentum is also right now climbing again towards the upside up here. It went down a little bit, but right now it's losing momentum towards the upside as well. I'm also going to show you, when it comes to momentum, I'm also going to show you something very interesting on, not the momentum, on the moving average. I'm going to show you something very interesting on the Bitcoin dominance. But it looks like momentum is again building up here. It looks like it's going to break towards the upside. I am getting very, very bullish right now. And so we're gonna see if this actually breaks, but we still need to wait a little bit more until this actually starts. But this already starts looking very, very good. Bitcoin over here had a breakdown, and I'm gonna show you the breakdown down here. It went something like this over here, give or take. No, not this one. If you lose the bottom lines over here, it went something like this, give or take. What you're gonna see over here, there was some kind of channel over here. We broke the channel towards downside. If you remember what I've been saying about this, you know, channel that goes towards downside and then break towards downside, channels that go towards downside and break towards downside, this oftentimes indicates some kind of capitulation. This on 4-hourly time frame, but right after that we came right back inside the channel. So as long as we can actually stay inside the channel up here, there's a very, very good chance for reversal and move towards the upside. So I'm definitely looking at it. You can also see here there was some kind of, you know, very nice volume up here on this break towards downside. So the way I see this move towards downside, that we've been going inside over here ever since we broke over here towards downside, and we said that it's going to go a little bit more down. It went a little bit more down, but right now that this already happened, I think there is a very, very good chance for a bounce. And of course, if you look at the bigger picture, you will see that we are on that midline over here right now that might actually bounce us over here towards the upside. So I'm definitely thinking there is more probability for this move over here right now than this move towards the downside. But if we go towards the downside, and then the blue box is the support level. These wicks on downside support level all the way down to 53 is the support level. Entire part over here is the support level, and you know where we will actually hit that bounce. It kind of depends. I still haven't seen any kind of, you know, major YouTubers, Twitters Twitter guys or anything like that are majorly bearish. I mean, the people are always posting some fun or some bearish stuff, but it really doesn't affect us in no way or shape, because we like to look at the charts and we like to figure out ourselves what is going to happen. So this up here move is looking very, very likely. Now we just said Ethereum is looking also like it might actually bounce off these levels over here on this support level. You can see up here double bottom, up here triple bottom, like this is 4 times right now. We're coming up here. I think there is very, very good chance for a bounce very, very soon. You know, before the weekend, I think it might already happen. Let me go to the dominance. I'm going to show you something over here on dominance chart. Dominance is right now again trying to break back below the levels. If you go to the weekly time frame over here, let me remove the volume up there. Where is it over here? What was it daily time frame? No, weekly. Where did I see that? Just a second, guys. Yeah, it was over here. So if you look at the dominant chart, let's just remove the moving average up here. We are still on that support level, but it looks like it's gonna break towards downside over here. And you can see up here, you know, the weakness is definitely kicking it up. Up here, it came back to this resistance level, tried to break, and it looks like you are very, very close to the breakdown on the dominant chart. And we want to break the dominant chart. Number one, we want Bitcoin to go up when we break the dominant chart, because that's, you know, that means that altcoins are gonna explode. So altcoins season must very, very soon come in handy. But that was actually what I want to talk about when it comes to the dominant chart. We're going to clean up all the lines. I'm going to show you something very interesting. So if you look at the moving averages over here and you go to the weekly time frame, what you're going to see is the loss in the momentum. And how do we see that? Let me just remove the chart as well. What we're going to look at is the 10 moving average versus 20 moving average. And what you're gonna see is these waves. So these waves, oftentimes when these moving averages play together, you have this 20 moving average that slowly, you know, it's not going like this up here. It's not increasing in speed. It's decreasing in speed. So this 20 moving average is decreasing, but at the same time, this white moving average is extending and hitting back on the line. So it is losing space. It tries to break and pulls back, tries to break, pull back, tries to break, but every single time it is less and less and less. So both of these are curving, but you know, we already got this triple right now, triple what are you gonna call triple mountain, 1, 2, triple mountain. Now oftentimes this third mountain does break towards downside over here, and then you get a change in the direction. So we are already when we are looking at the moving average, we are already doing this, and you can see this over here as well. I mean, this is a very common thing that happens. You will have some kind of 20 moving average that starts curving, then you have this 10 moving average coming, you know, slowly up here and breaks down, and you know, eventually goes towards downside up here, or the other side. Or this move, you know, again continue again more towards downside, but the breakout, that's what we're looking for, this move towards the upside. Let's go a little bit back over here, and put the lines up here, back up here. So we already know that the trend already broke towards downside up here. So this bigger trend over here broke towards downside. We are again trying to break over here towards upside, failed, and right now this actually looks like it wants to go down. So the way I see it right now, we are very, very close to the altcoin season, because once this actually starts breaking towards the downside, the altcoin season is very, very close, and you know, everything might pump. Somebody says Ada gang in the chat. And Ada was actually doing very well yesterday, but you know, you can see it's still down here. I mean, it's still just, you know, consolidating over here. It is very close as well to break out towards the upside, so we gotta see that. If you, for example, have any kind of breakdown on Cardano, I would assume that's gonna be some kind of, you know, some kind of spring towards the upside up here, because if you look at all, you know, Cardano already from the top up here to the bottom over here, it's already did 50% move towards the upside. Like, how much more are you gonna dump down just before the mega rally towards the upside, right? So there is that. So it already starts looking good. So when it comes to Bitcoin again, I'm very bullish on Bitcoin. I think there is a very good chance right now to bounce from this midline towards upside over here. Could we go down? Of course we can. These are just probabilities, but it does look already very, very good. Even though we are just still consolidating towards downside, you saw that, you know, a volume is, you know, going down. Ethereum Bitcoin chart is kind of getting Ethereum Bitcoin chart up here. Where is Ethereum Bitcoin chart? It has this very nice channel toward the downside up here. It still needs to break towards the upside, but it is getting these bottoms. I really don't know how long this is gonna take, because this is a really weird chart, and you know, it needs to bounce eventually towards the upside. So we already know that, you know, once Ethereum goes, it's gonna break this channel towards the upside, and once it breaks this channel towards the upside, it's gonna explode like tremendously again towards the upside over here. That's gonna be probably some kind of ending of the bull market, right? But we are waiting for the ending of the bull market. We are waiting for this last rally that's gonna, you know, bring, you know, the mega euphoria into the market and so forth, right? But it already started looking good, and you saw over here on Ethereum as well. The volume is also going down on both Ethereum and Bitcoin. And the way I see it, like, it is time to go. It is time to go. And we already had a couple of dumps. We already had fear and FUD and all of that kind of stuff. So it is time to have a nice rally again towards the upside. I don't know if you know, but, you know, I think that it is time to have a nice rally towards the upside. And dominance needs to drop down. Dominance needs to drop down, and I think it's gonna be very, very soon. There is that. Sanad, how you do, mate? Maybe fill 50% of the week. Maybe. Look at Cardano. Cardano's doing nice. Nice to see altcoin market turning green. Yeah, altcoins are actually doing okay. I like that. There is a lot of green stuff all over the place, slowly pulling back towards the upside, which we like to see. So there is that. It's making me cry. Gotta focus on my render, I guess. Is render doing well? I seen some talk about render. I don't know why. I think I saw some guy with the, you know, 1,000 subscribers yesterday talking about render, or day after that. Where is render over here? Yeah, render is performing very nicely over here towards the upside. Yeah, there is a very nice line on Ethereum as well. If you go to Ethereum, there is actually very nice lines. Let me find Ethereum chart. USDT, that's a clean chart. So these are the channels up here, but what you're gonna see here, Ethereum is actually holding support like a pro. You see down here right now, it's coming to this support level over here, and it's just consolidating over here in this last part, right? So right now, you know, after this mega dump up here, it's just consolidating over here. It is time to go, guys. It is time to go, I think. Very, very soon. Yeah, it gotta go for sure. Yeah, I think it gotta go. Like, it is ready. Latin in this chat. There we go, guys. There we go. Anyways, just a quick update on what I think is gonna happen. I think we are getting, you know, increasingly bullish, you know, as time goes on. We had major dumps. We had, you know, fear weeks towards downside. We had all kind of FUD on X, Twitter, call it whatever you want to call it. And right now it's time to go again. I think it's time to go. I think like you see on my channel, I mean, my channel is not very good, but I've seen other channels that have been, you know, performing well, and suddenly they're not performing well. So this stamp over here has been going on since, you know, March 2000. So it's been March, April, May. So this is like 2 months, you know, 2 months consolidation part, and I think 2 months is enough. I don't know about you, I think 2 months is enough. Can we have 3 months consolidation, 4 months? I mean, technically you can, but I think, you know, 2 months is enough of consolidation for the next pump. Don't you guys think? I think it's enough. I think it's enough. Cardano go down. No, thank you. Anyways, guys, that's it for today. I'll see you around, you know, maybe tomorrow, maybe another day, you know, sometimes here, sometimes there, sometimes at 9 a.m., sometimes at, you know, 10 a.m. or p.m., sometimes Monday, sometimes Sunday. I'll see you another time when something happens or doesn't happen. If I sleep well, I'll definitely see you. Anyways, guys, take care. Hope you're doing well. Bye-bye.